Hello, my friends, and welcome to the next video in the Create Better Content series, where I show you how to tap into your creativity so that you never run out of content ideas again. My name is Penny, and I'm going to be your guide through this unique creative content development process. I'm going to teach you how to create more engaging content to post on social media, more remarkable content that you'll put on your sales pages and your email messages and all of the forms of marketing that you use to reach more qualified customers. And if you want to learn more about creativity and how this can help you develop your content marketing plans, I would love to see you hit that button below and subscribe to this channel. Also below in the description box, you're going to see a couple of links. The first link is for my book called I Just Did a Thing. And in my book, I go into the details about the science behind why tapping into your creativity can help you with your content creation, as well as helping you work through any of the other big changes that you're going to be making in your business. The second link is so that you can join us with the Create Your Business program, and you can personally go through this process of developing remarkable content in a supportive group online space. I mean, you can see what happens with your marketing strategy when you get feedback from other like-minded business owners, and you can see what happens with your marketing when you experience the creative activities, and you can see what happens when you actually do something different with your marketing that will help you make more money. In today's video, we're going to stay on our topic of doing a mid-year review. But I want to focus more on not just the review itself, but a very specific part of your review called marketing metrics. Now, your metrics are important because they give you benchmarks and it's real numbers and data. So you can do more than just guess about where you are with your marketing plans. So let's talk through this. This is part of your mid-year review that you should be doing. And I want to talk about these numbers. And I want to talk about how these numbers can help you stay on track with your goals. So, I get this part about marketing. I totally do. I mean, I've done this for so long and worked with so many clients and talked to so many business owners. So I hear this all the time. And I get it. There is nothing more frustrating than wasting your time, energy, money, resources into a marketing campaign and marketing plan that's not moving the needle for your business at all. You're just doing things and nothing's coming back to you. And, having a strong content and marketing strategy is important. And there's many elements of this marketing strategy, your goals, your ideas, your content calendar. But one of the most important things that you do need is you need to know what's working. Because it's one thing to be spending all this time creating all of these plans and typing them up in a Google Doc or maybe handwriting them out or however you write out your plans. But how do you know what you're doing is even working? Is it even making you money? Is it even growing your email list? Whatever your goals are. And that's why including this type of metrics review into your mid-year review or quarterly review or whenever you're doing a review can make the rest of your year just successful. And you know that you're on track to reach your goal. Because metrics are they're like the key to helping you work smarter and be more effective with your time, your energy, your budget, your resources, especially if you are a solopreneur and you are it. You are the business. You're doing everything. So when we talk about metrics, I want you to make sure that you are looking at metrics in a way that they are relevant. That these are metrics that are going to help you reach your goals, and they're things that you are doing consistently. And you also need to make sure that they can be tracked. Just thinking that something worked and just saying, I don't know, I guess people are going to my website doesn't really help you as much as going into your Google Analytics and seeing the landing page and seeing the actual numbers of people who have clicked onto that page or have gotten to that page because they came in through another way on your website. So you want to make sure that when you are talking about your metrics that they are aligned with your goal and it's something that you can actually track, that has data, it has numbers, that there's some sort of insight to the information that you're getting. And there's lots and lots of metrics that you can be tracking. Um, Impressions, page views, unique visitors, metrics on your social media platforms, followers, likes, subscribers, engagement, people who've clicked on something, people who shared something for you, people who have commented on something. Those are also metrics that you can be following. You can be following email newsletter metrics. And then there's things like SEO type of metrics, how about your organic traffic, keyword ranking. Those are kinds of the things that I'm talking about. Everything that I just mentioned there is going to, the information you're going to get is going to be data. It's going to be real numbers so that you can see where things are going up and things are going down or things are not moving at all. So let me go through some more specific metrics that I really think that you should be keeping an eye on and get real. I'm not going to go through that whole list, but I think that there are certain things that I would really highly recommend that when you are doing your mid-year review, your quarterly reviews, that you include doing these types of metrics into your overall tracking. The first thing I want to talk about is something called click-through rates. And it's not, don't confuse this with a conversion rate. A click-through rate is how many times a person clicks on something. It could be that they've clicked on an ad that you've posted up in Facebook. It could be that they've clicked on a link in your email. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're tracking that somebody is actually taking action on the marketing messages that you are putting out there. And so if you look at it like this, click-through rates give you a metric and give you some data about the number of people that are taking that first step, that there's something in that ad or that link that got them there. And whatever it is that you promised them, a free download, sign up for this webinar, get on my email list, all of those things that you're asking them to do. The click-through is basically making sure that, or it's not making sure, the click-through rate is giving you evidence that what you are putting out there in your marketing messages is something that is relevant to your customers and what other people out there are interested in. So if your click-through rate is really, really low and nobody is engaging with it, then that's when you realize, okay, either that's the copy is incorrect or the actual thing that they're clicking on is something that I need to look at. So this is a huge thing that you want to take a look at. You can basically, there's a lot of information, especially if you're running ads and your click-through rate is in your ad, to make sure it gives you information about if you're targeting the right demographic. It makes sure that you are promoting the correct thing that this target demographic is interested in. So the click-through rate itself is great. And when you are if you are one of those people who are running ads, whether they're Facebook ads or Instagram ads or LinkedIn ads or TikTok ads, however you're running your ads, you're going to get some analytics that's going to help you work through that information to show you what's working and what's not working. So don't just hide yourself and say, oh, look, there's a click-through rate, I got a number. Dig a little deeper into that number, because you're going to want to know that type of information. You're going to want to know about your keywords. You want to know about, are you reaching your target? You're going to want to make sure that the images are right, the copy is correct. So make sure that you take a look at that area. Another thing that we want to talk through is email marketing metrics. Now, there is a click-through on email marketing. By all means, look at that number too, because with a click-through rate, that means that somebody's already opened your email and that they've read it and that they made a choice about, okay, what happens next? So you want to track your email campaigns and decide, are people clicking on these links? Where are they going? Are we making sure that we're tracking them on the landing pages? Because our email programs also have some really great metrics that we can be looking at. Metrics like open rates. How many people on your list are opening your email? You can also identify with your open rates if your subject line is being effective. Is it indicating some sort of interest? Is it sparking somebody's interest enough that they're going to open it up and read it? So there are email marketing metrics that you want to take a look at as well, and to start tracking. I track my email I track my email marketing metrics every single month because I want to see, not just my subscriber number, whether it's increasing or sometimes decreasing, but I do check to make sure my click-through rates, and I look at my open rates to see how many people are actually engaging and reading my emails. So those are really big metrics for you to start looking at. And let's talk a little bit about social media. I don't want to go too deep into it because every social media platform has a different setup. I could do a whole video on each one of the different platforms and their analytics setup, and I don't want to do that today, but I want you to think about doing some research on the specific social media platforms that you are heavily using for marketing for your business. It's good to have a large number of followers, and followers could be one of your metrics that you are monitoring, and that's great to know that information. But it also doesn't help if you've got a large number of people following your Facebook page and they're not engaging with your posts, and they're not clicking on your posts, and they're not interacting with your posts. So you want to dig a little bit deeper into more than just the number of people that are following you, because just because a bunch of people are following you doesn't mean that they're seeing your messages. And of course, we all know how the algorithms are working with keywords, and every social platform's algorithm is going to be different. So you want to make sure that what's going on with your social media is being viewed, is being engaged. And these metric numbers that you're going to see, the analytics, the insights, are going to give you information like impressions, clicks, engagement, shares. So you want to take a look at each one of these social media platforms and spend some time understanding what's going on with each one of them, because like I said, each one's going to be set up differently, and they're each going to be subjected to their own algorithms and their own ranking. So you want to make sure that whatever's going on that social platform, that you're keeping an eye on it and you're doing the things. Maybe you need to change keywords. Maybe you need to put in hashtags. Maybe you need to change up your images to fit in the exact size that they're looking for. So all of those things come into play when it comes to working with each one of the social platforms. So another thing you want to look at is, we've got our social media, we've got our email, but there's our website. The majority of your marketing messages should be converting and promoting people to go to your website. I always say with social media, we have no control over the algorithm. We have no control over how many people will see our post on our Facebook page, or how many people saw that reel on Instagram. But we have control over our websites. They are, quote unquote, our property. So we can do things to our websites, meaning we can change the copy on it with keywords. We can make sure that our marketing efforts are driving traffic to our websites, with our sales pages, our email sign-up pages, our blog posts, sign up for webinars, all of those things that you're going to do to bring people to your website, because that is the place. When they reach your website, that is your best opportunity to convert them into a customer. So it's really important for you to check your website conversion and see what's going on. And obviously one of the best things that you can do is check your Google Analytics and get that set up, because you can track, how many people are going to your website, where they're coming from. You can see, there's an actual little term there called referral, which will tell you that people came organically, people came through social media, which social media platform that they came from. You can have all kinds of great information like that, which will help you as you continue refining your marketing plans and moving into the second half of the year. So, if you just focused on visits and how many people, showed up to your page, you really don't understand what they're doing on your site. So let's talk about this real quick. So how do you qualify something as a conversion on your website? That is entirely up to what you are going to be tracking. Maybe you're tracking a purchase. Maybe you're tracking booking a consultation. Maybe you're tracking signing up for a free trial. So each one of us is going to have a different, I don't want to say tracking, has a different goal. And so those are the things that you're going to want to track. So let's say that somebody is purchasing something, a product of yours. You could be tracking the landing page of that sales page. You could be tracking, is there a lead magnet that leads up to that person buying that sales purchase. You could track how many people converted on that page into your email list. You can track where they're coming from. If you ran Facebook ads and then you're finding that a lot of people are coming to that landing page from Facebook, then your Facebook ads are working. So that's the type of thing that I'm talking about. We can look and see what it is that your business qualifies as a conversion. It's going to be so different than mine, and so different from hers, and so different from his, and so different from them. So everybody's going to have a different one. So you want to make sure that what's happening is, it's not just about how many page views you got, but how did they get there? So think about it from that perspective when you are setting up your tracking for your website. And I want you to think of it like this. When it comes down to all of this metrics and tracking and marketing and all that stuff, you can't possibly provide the most awesome experience for every single online customer, every single point of contact, every single touch point. But what you can do is when you start to track your metrics, you start to gain an insight into this overall online customer conversion experience. And you can see which efforts need to be increased. You can see which ones are benefiting your business. And from this information, it allows you to adjust, decrease resources, increase resources. And you can move and shift things around about what's working and what's not working. Because there's so many lists out there, and I've seen them all, that are going to tell you what you need to track, what you need to be doing with your marketing. But the truth is, marketing metrics are going to be as unique to your business as your business is. So when we think about this, I want you to go and think about it from the perspective of what is aligned with your goals and your focus. Because like I said, I'm not here to give you like a whole laundry list of things. You should track this, you should track this, you should track this. I think it's more important for you to look at your business and see what is important, as I had shared with you before with the website. What is it that considers a conversion for you? Because that's your goal and that's your focus. So, tracking your recent likes on an Instagram post isn't your top priority if you're trying to increase the number of products that you sold. That's not going to work for you. So you want to choose the marketing metrics that are directly connected to your desired outcome and your desired goals, whether it's website traffic, increasing your email list, because you're trying to do a sales launch. Those types of things are where I want you to focus your energy and your time. Because when you're working through your goals, it's good to know how you're going to make them happen. And whatever strategy you choose, whatever, ad, if you want to buy ads, if you don't want to buy ads, if you're going to do organic, if you're going to do SEO, email strategies, whatever strategy that your business is doing, you want to determine which marketing metrics you're going to be tracking. Like your call to action, link clicks, page views, email list growth numbers. Those are the type of things that I want you to think about, because I get it. There are so many, like I said before, there's lists and lists and lists of things that you can be tracking. And it's great to know what's going on in every piece and part of your business. But we all know from experience that when you try to do too much and you overwhelm yourself, it just becomes really time consuming and counterproductive to chase after every metrics because somebody on some list told you that you should. I want you to make sure that the metrics that you're using are things that you are focused on, and they are aligned with your goals and how your implementation plans are going to help you get there. Because when it comes to getting the most out of your marketing strategy, marketing metrics are here for you so that you don't have to just trust your gut and your intuition. This is that moment where, if you're doing a mid-year review, that's great. But I would also highly encourage you to do frequent check-ins with your business. I do this every single month. At the end of the month, I do a check-in and I run all of my numbers so that I can identify roadblocks and I can continue to gather the data and I can track whether my efforts are really working or if I'm wasting my time and energy or if it's just something that I could just tweak. So doing a review of your business like this and checking your marketing metrics and getting real numbers and real data, doing this type of work is going to help your business. And it's going to help you stop wondering what just happened. And your business is going to be in a better space to make things happen. So thank you so much for joining me today on this creative journey. If you've enjoyed this content about creative content development, I hope you'll hit the share button and keep this conversation going. And if you're ready to do the deep work of developing your content marketing strategy, the link is below to join the Create Your Business program. The program is about learning how to develop a marketing strategy for your business that works for you and your openness to new ideas and the priorities of your business. You'll get personal feedback from me and all of my years of content marketing experience, but you'll also get to participate in an online exchange of ideas with other like-minded business owners to help you maintain a steady flow of engaging content. You'll be able to stop working in a solo bubble and work in a collaborative space to help you with your content marketing efforts, like your sales pages, your content ideas, or even help you work through your content calendar. The link is below so that you can join the Create Your Business program to help you create a successful business that feels authentic to who you are and who you help with your services or products. You are magnificent, my friend, and let me be the first to say, I'm proud of you. Until next time.